They are just going to skid by the guard. Tap it a little bit, rolled to the center. Nice angle for them. It's going to jam all day if they go after it.
Yeah, and the shot stone for now is wide open too.
So Black's looking to address that with the stone from Marley Powers. See another game coming off the ice.
Yeah, and I'm just wondering about that too. With only 2 games left out there, and there's still a lot of game left to play here. That can change conditions in the building. You get fewer bodies out there, and there's plenty of time yet for it to cool off in there.
Something that certainly does come into play. We know the wind is blowing quite hard. We've actually had our cameras shake a couple times today. So McDonald looking to make some stuff happen here. Take this red, and it's just going to peel over the top. Will they scooch it under cover? Well, they have a double corner.
Yeah, that works.
Not bad. Still early in the end.
Black could make a play on the yellow stone. Why she's considering throwing the guard. Once you make the play on the yellow stone, Cameron's going to play the hit and roll behind the corner. You got nothing guarding your stones in the middle. She makes the roll behind that staggered corner. It's easy for this end to start to pile up on you. I still think it's the wise play, though, to hit rather than guard.
Say by the scoreboard behind you.
Yeah, that's what makes it the wise play.
Yep, and Cameron's only scored in just the one end. Even though, to your point, it does feel like she has certainly found her stride somewhat.
Yeah. Just looking at playing the hit on the higher of the 3 red stones, play the roll all the way behind the corner. Or at least that was the initial call. And if you make that roll behind the corner, what's going to happen is you're going to stuff the high red onto the one that's full forfeit when you make the roll over. Now the 2 reds that are left should be almost dead even.
So Brienne Harris looking to do just that. A little bit of curl.
It's close.
This looks pretty good. They get the hit, the roll, and maybe a little spin back for good measure.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Pretty good.
You can see what I mean about those 2. There's some space between them, but that's pretty even. There's a double there.
Say it again.
To take out any one of those reds, just take it out clean. You're still not guaranteed to have an easy double. She got a couple of things out of this. She makes the hit, stuffs that second one. When she rolls across undercover, now you look at where the 2 reds are left. She's got a way to get rid of both of them in one shot. And that brings that rock behind cover back into the scoring area, basically. And Christina Black doesn't have the raise. She thought about the double peel. That's not without danger, too, because the top one is coming into the house somewhere. There's a couple of reds it could jam on. No, they're still going to try it. So she's trying to hit this thin and go over the top. I didn't see the call when they were originally discussing this.
That is what it looks like.
It's awful.
Go over the top. Is there ever a chance that it goes into the back one?
Well, there's a chance if you can get it over the top, but we're talking about hitting this paper thin to get over the top. It's more likely you're just going to jam the first one into the second one, and it's going to stay right there.
Get the 1 second, and they do jam it right in there, and it stays right there. Sean Joyce, our prognosticator in chief.
Yeah, they were so close together, and the comfortable angle, that's what was going to happen. And she couldn't really try to to play the double peel the other way, because you hit it slightly off into the nose the other way. So you're now hitting the second yellow really thin. All it's going to do is redirect towards those reds. Now you might be able to miss them, but you got two of them to hit. And my luck says when I'm throwing that, I'm jamming one of them and maybe making the double.
Right. And then when you do that, they hit the other one. And now all of a sudden Cameron's line 3.
Love to stick this in the back, but it's not
Did they
critical.
stick it? And it does appear to be out. If we could.
Yeah, it's hard to be sure.
Very, very close.
Too many old camera angles around.
Yeah, well, yeah. If we
Yeah,
drop the score bug for a second, Matt.
You can see white, but again, we're not looking directly over top of the rock. We're looking from the center line, so we're actually looking on an angle at the rock. It's hard to say. Now she's buried around the corner, and you're forcing Christina Black now to play the freeze. So still, this is the end Kate Cameron would like to play. She's playing the rest of the end on the corner.
You see Cameron taking a good look at that.
It still has a ton of room. It'll move.
This is heavy and wide. Tough to fix that. Cameron ready to pounce. Don't want to pounce. You need to be able to get to it. Plenty of room to make the hit and roll, Sean.
Yeah, you want to roll well over to the open of the 8 foot. You make them make a play on it. If they happen to roll out, you can loop another one around that corner guard, and 3 is definitely play, even if that one in the back is out. And I think if we get to the last rock of the end and it's an open hit for Kate Cameron, you might see a measuring stick go on that stone.
Yes, the ever elusive biter bar.
Like this is exactly the perfect timing for Kate Cameron where she's playing this. You make the hit, you roll to somewhere in the middle of the 8 foot at the back. If they roll out, you're looping around the guard again on Kate's first stone. It's an all or nothing shot for Christina Black. This is not getting by the guard.
Got to stay in the rings. Spill it into the rings. It will stay in the rings, so they get that going for them.
Yeah, that was never enough weight. She was never killing that stone if she gets to it.
Opportunity lost.
Yeah,
not going forever yet, but
well, it's close. You roll to the open side here. I'm not seeing a double ever coming to get that Yellowstone and 12 foot back into play.
I'd like to thank everyone who's joining us from the McDonald Keene game that you've just seen come off the ice. Right here, it's Kate Cameron trailing by 2 with the hammer in the 6th over Christina Black. Cameron has had a little something going, but just a slight misstep with the last stone might give Black the opportunity to see her way out of this. It's her first of 2 here in the 6th.
She rolls out. She gives the opportunity right back.
This is going to roll out. Oh, no.
Well, and we haven't seen anybody definitively try to give us an idea who's got, whether that yellow at the back is in or not. Where I'm going with this is Kate could try to roll right to split the center line. Then Christina's probably got to go after it. Now, if she thinks that yellow's in, she probably plays the double. If she's sure it's out, she just has to hit anywhere, and it'll be a force to 2. If Kate thinks that rock is in, she doesn't want to roll quite that far over. She wants to leave the angle on the slash a little tougher. So then she's probably trying to roll maybe just past where the broom is right now.
So Cameron with her first.
I don't think they have to worry about curl. It'll go.
She gets
I don't
it. She
think
gets
they're
it.
old enough. Left the
No,
double.
that does appear to be very much a double. You see the Carruthers game is coming off the ice as well. So this is our last game on. We're happy to have you here with us, Dave Schmel and Sean Joyce.
You know, you could make this double and, in theory, still give up 2 if that one at the back is biting. Here's the other question. If that one's really close, if it's debatable and you make the double here, what do you do if you're Kate Cameron? I mean, you haven't blanked your end yet, but if you play for the blank, I'll guarantee you one way or the other, one team's going to want to measure that rock. If you roll out, they're going to want to measure it for 1. If you stay, you're going to want to measure it to see if you get 2. This double has to get made first.
Final from Black. This has to curl.
No, she needs to hold straight.
Oh, they got them all.
Well, that makes this decision easier. I'll be honest with you. I'm not sure if I'm Christina Black, I'm not sure I wanted to get the third one out because I haven't seen anybody definitively say whether or not they thought it was in. You needed the double for sure. And, you know, you could get away with hitting it fairly thick to get the double, especially with the weight she had, but hits it just right to clip that one on the way by. And so now Kate Cameron, no doubt, will be trying a blank. You're allowed 1. We're already in the 6th end. She's not likely to ever get another chance where she's going to want a blank. Well, she's not getting the blank here either. That doesn't look like she was even playing for the blank.
And it's going to be a score of 1. It's 4-3 in favor of Black. She'll have the hammer in 7 when we come back to Martensville.
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at the RockShop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. The RockShop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
Developed over a decade in collaboration with the finest ice makers this side of the Atlantic, the Pebblehead PB5 is nothing short of a triumph of sophistication and craftsmanship. Weighing less than half its lumbering copper predecessors, yet boasting tenfold their durability, the PB5 delivers perfect, consistent ice, time after time. The PB5 by Pebbleheads.com, the apex of ice-making ingenuity for the roaring game of curling.
Welcome back. It was a single point for Kate Cameron in end number 6. Black has a hammer up by 1 in the 7th. You're watching the Grand Slam of Curling Canadian Open Tier 2 from Martensville. And Sean, we are trying to go get ourselves in Kate Cameron's head with taking 1 there.
Yeah, the nearest we can figure, it's got to have something to do with the no extra end rule. So she's probably thinking you take your 1 there, you force 1 in 7. So if you get 2 at 8, you get to draw to the button for the win. You don't have to worry about an extra end with the hammer against you. Whereas if you blank in 6 and you get your 2 in 7, you're tied up playing 8, but Black would have the hammer with a chance to win the game. The problem is if you steal 1 here, you're in that same boat. You're still going to be tied up without. And if you're just trying straight up to force here, let's flip it to the other side. Christina Black knows the same thing. So if she's got a choice with her last stone between forcing you to one, or pardon me, getting forced to one, or giving up the steal, will she take the 2-point lead coming home? Maybe, probably. Well, maybe.
And she still has her blank.
Yeah. Yeah, she'd love to see a blank here for sure.
So we see the 2 guards up for Cameron. One in the rings for Black, and Ness will now make 2.
She was trying to come around with the second one and it crashed the guard. So now the issue that she's got is she doesn't have the guards in a good lineup either. This run back, if you're going to play it, absolutely has to be dead perfect. You've got to stuff this in the rings. You can't roll away. This is the 5th stone of the end. You kill 2 and roll out. Christina Black just peels the guards.
Taylor McDonald needs to run it and stick it. She runs it. She sticks it. She makes it. It's that easy, Sean.
Well, I mean, they're not out of the woods yet, but that's huge. If you're going to play that, you absolutely had to make it. Now, that was the 5th stone, too, and there's angle on the first 2 guards. So Christina Black can call for the double peel here. There's a chance if you catch the second one thin enough, it could come back and catch the one in the rings. Even if you just make the double peel, the blank is starting to look very possible here.
Powers on the double peel attempt. 1 and 2. Gonna spill the Cameron stone into the rings and not kill it, Sean.
Yeah, you're guarding a rock in the 8-foot for your life right now. As long as you can sit 2, somebody's scoring this end. But, I still think the strategy, the decision you made in 6 is you don't really want to steal one here.
That's a good guard.
Yeah. You saw the decision. They're going to try to peel it towards the one on the corner. You could make a play at running it almost straight back, try to just double the 2 off the middle, but you're going to leave your shooter up there somewhere.
Powers.
Looks close.
Got to peel it, send it over that way. They clip it, they make it. Now they're shooting. Now you're really guarding for your life, Sean.
Yeah, you're 1 shot away from a blank here. You'd be 1 down without coming home. That's certainly not a spot they were hoping to be in when they took the single last end. Well, this is a scenario that we haven't had the chance to discuss. Of course, most of the time you play an extra end. Now, when we start talking about the last end scenarios, this is going to leave that shot stone open. She's going to go after it directly. She could play the peel across the top, try to double them and roll away. If you make this, Cameron's probably still coming around the guard, I would think. But to finish that thought, we talk about all the time, would you rather be 1 up coming home without last rock or 1 down with? Well, now in a scenario where there's no extra end, it's just a straight draw to the button. Would you rather be, and this is Christina Black's going to have to answer this question, or might have to answer this question before the end's over. Would you rather be 2 up without or tied up with? Because in the 8th end, you still get a hammer. But if it goes to an extra, it's draw to the button. You don't get that last rock advantage. One thing worth noting in that discussion, there's only been one deuce scored in this game all the way through to this point. Now, that's not to say there haven't been opportunities.
So now looking for the hit and roll across is Team Black. Quite a good distance to control a roll here. Catch it. Can they get that perfect roll? If not perfect, that's pretty good.
It was great until it spun back. So now there's a bit of that red stone exposed and probably enough to tap it back. You'll see it here on the replay. They were a little bit worried about making it curl. As it turned out, it might have curled just a sliver too far. Watch the roll. It comes across. It's dead buried and then spins back at the end. And that leaves Kate maybe enough of that stone that she can get down to it and just move it behind the tee line, stay in front of it.
So Kate Cameron taking like back 4, back 8 type ice. Her first of 2 in the 7th. This one is hanging. Try see if they can still grab a little piece.
Yeah,
it's going to roll behind.
They were really caught in between there. You heard, I think it was Kate say curl. I don't know for sure if they just maybe didn't want it to curl because they knew they were just going to have enough to rub it in behind even further.
So you say could have made an argument to sweep it by there.
Yeah. Might have been too late to make that decision too, but Christina Black's got room probably to roll underneath here. And then Kate Cameron would be in a heck of a pile of trouble. We were debating, do you want to be tied up or tied up with last rocker, 2 up without? Well, if she could be 4 up without, she'll take that all day. You get the roll underneath here, and Kate Cameron's going to be in all kinds of trouble. They're not playing the roll underneath. They're trying to roll open.
And they do.
Well, I think Kate's playing the same tap now. I mean, she's still got to make it. Or you straight freeze it and give her the shot for 2 and hope she misses it.
Yeah, this is going to have to be made well or basically game over.
Yeah, where the roll was made, though, this might be all she's got. I think if you play the hit and roll from there, if you got buried, you're far enough back that you're not shot rock, so it's still a draw for 2.
So final stone of the 7th for Cameron.
I think I'm hearing top 4, so they're just playing for the freeze here. Don't have to be right on the face here if you're playing for the freeze either. You could just be half, split the center line, cornered in front of it. Try to take away some of her draw path.
The line is really good. The weight is pretty good too. Well thrown by Kate Cameron. It will be a draw to the full 4 for deuce.
Third chance Christina's had to make this exact same draw in this exact same path, and she missed the first 2, short on both of them.
Still doesn't look like enough ice to me.
No. You don't need to split center here. She could take a foot more ice and she'd be fine.
This is only like 2 inches more than the last one. So final stone of the 7th end for black. She has one. Needs full 4 to get 2 and take a 3-stone lead.
Definitely threw that in out, so line shouldn't be an issue if her weight's good.
They need
It's
this
curling
one to settle
hard.
on in. It is curling hard.
It's got a lot of weight.
It's grinding in. It's going to hold on just fine. It's a deuce for black. Cameron down by 3 coming home. We'll be back from Martensville after this.
Hey, Mark, you ready for this game tonight?
Yeah, I'm excited, man. Cupsy, what are you doing over there?
Don't worry, boys. Was just on AztecSafety.com, took a fire extinguisher safety course. Paul, I'm putting out the fires from now on. Woo!
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. TheRockShop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
Who knew after 20 years in real estate I'd have to make silly videos for Instagram and come out behind a tree?
Stu, we need to do this stuff.
Why can't I just door knock into open houses like I did in the old days?
That doesn't work anymore.
Okay, so it's because I'm sitting here behind a tree. Come use us for real estate.
And welcome back to Martensville, the 8th and final end. Kate Cameron needs to put up a score of 3. You're watching the Grand Slam of Curling, Canadian Open Tier 2. Dave Schmel, Sean Joyce, and Matt Hone here with you. And a bit of work for Cameron for sure.
There is for sure, but, you know, I was thinking about that as you said it at the start of it, as we came back to the commercial. Usually we talk about this as the 8th and perhaps final end. Well, it's guaranteed it's the final end here, because if it goes to a tie, no extra end. It would be a draw to the button, and apparently it's happened a few times already.
Yeah,
between the two events this weekend. I haven't seen them yet, but it has. There have been a few games apparently between the two events that have.
I
come
use
down
my
to that
words
draw
very
button.
carefully. I mean, this is one event where I cannot do my normal curse, at least yet.
Now, the other thing I'm wondering here as we start the setup of this 8th end is, does Kate Cameron play 2 guards? I would assume yes, but there's been a couple of ends this game where she hasn't done what I would have thought she would have done. And if this is short of the house, she could use this as her second guard. You need 2 guards in the strategy handbook to score 3.
Well, that one comes down to it. We're going to get our answer, and she is going to play the split corners.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of patience to play this format, but I mean, this is your way to score 3. You need 2 corner cards. You know your opposition's probably coming into the center of the house all 3 times. I don't think they're going to throw a guard. You go around the worst of the 2 guards first. Presumably they're going to peel the guard. And then likely you're making a play on those middle ones right away, and then you worry about getting around the other guard a little bit later. You're going to let them hit the open one. This is surprising. She's going to throw the center guard.
So you're saying you're
Yeah, a lot of
almost
teams
doing almost giving Cameron a gift?
It's another rock that she can use to try to score a three, because if you ever manage to get rid of the other two guards, she's still got this one. She's got to deal with those rocks in the middle, but she doesn't have to try to kill them. She could just try to move them back, and then a guard just makes it harder to get rid of the yellow ones. So now she has the option. If you're Kate Cameron, she can start dealing with the rocks in the middle now. So you can come around, try to jiggle those back, move them around somehow or another. If you lose one of the corner guards, you've still got two guards to work with.
You can probably deal with either middle stone right now.
Yeah, and if you played this with like hack weight, if you happen to rub the guard, you're going to end up in behind a corner likely. I like the intern. They've played it so many times this game. Play the intern, try to get to the... Well, they're going to call timeout, talk about it.
Timeout's called. That's there first.
You can see the clock back there, but I can't see it well enough to tell how much time's on it.
Oh, I'm sure Matt can get us a close-up. If he can't, it's Connor's fault.
About the time he gets the close-up,
Timeout will be
Black's
over.
Well, I was going to say Christina Black's going to stand directly in front of it. Coaches, and I'm not 100% sure that I'm right on who the coach is for Cameron, but I think that's Derek Samagalski. He's quite bundled up for a guy who's been sitting on the warm side of the glass for the last 2 hours. Got the toque on and everything. It's not that cold in that rink. What they'll be talking about here is not just the shot they want to play right now. It's how do we set this up to get a multiple rock into the house situation. So you've got options here. I like addressing the middle now, especially with that guard there. You know that Christina Black would like to peel the corners. If you do something in the middle, she probably oh, this looks like she's planning to do it with weight. I don't like that. Well, I mean, it's good if you make it, but boy, you better not roll out.
Checking the time.
It's good if you make it. It's not great if you make it. There's less rocks in play. You're certainly going to make the decisions easier for Christina Black as well.
It's on the center. Moves around. Cut your path off to get underneath one of the guards, really.
Yeah, I don't know that matters a lot. The issue is that it's too easy to peel guards now, and there's nothing else for Christina Black to do. This doesn't look like the easier of the two double peels, though. It looks like the other one is. Hit the other corner, come into the one in the center line, then you get to the back end of it, and you can scoot your shooter in. You can certainly make the double this way, but hard to roll your shooter away.
So Powers going to just get the one, slide underneath. And herself almost slided into the rings.
Yeah, so now you come around the worst of the two guards. She peels it. You come around. You'd love to be doing this, starting this one shot later, but you got to go while the opportunity's there.
McDonald.
You won't be shot rock if you're buried here.
This last bit of finish is going to bury it. just behind the tee line. Room for another.
Yeah, I wouldn't be playing it. You're 3 up. You peel the guards. There's a double peel there, and if you're on the back end of the second guard, spin into the rings, the game's pretty much over.
No, I certainly agree, but the fact that she hesitated there for a second made me think. Another one from Powers.
Yeah, we're on to third stones now.
Well, Brothers makes it just the same.
Yeah, but she got the spin into the rings now too, and now you got nothing left to hide behind, really.
So I'm going to hide behind the black rock.
But it's a red rock, but
I knew you were going to do that. I so know you're going to do that. The second it came out of my mouth, I said, here goes Sean. It's Connor's fault. This one has to curl all the way to BC. They get half under. Close for second shot.
I think it might be the red. If you were sure you could hit that stone at the back, you'd take it, because worst case scenario, you get rid of that one now, and if the next one is made great, you hit the open stone. If you're not sure you can make that one now, you hit the open stone. But if you're hitting the open stone, you got to decide where you're rolling. Are you rolling out, or are you rolling in to be second or third shot? Because if you roll in, you're also going to leave a pocket for a freeze. That might be okay. You roll in. They're playing the roll away. Had you rolled in, you leave the pocket for the freeze, then you hit the freeze on the nose, and you're going to have an open shot for your last one.
So looking to play the freeze there.
Yeah, freezing the top one is no good. Freezing the back one works because as it comes across, there's a couple of rocks it could come into and hard to kill them, but you still got to be close to the nose on this. Ideally, you want a freeze good enough that if they try to blast it, it goes over the top of the yellow, and if you're really greedy, it's going into that red at the back 12 foot.
Right here's where it usually takes the curl.
Yeah, it should move if the weight's good.
Last couple licks, and they lock on there pretty good.
That might be too thin. If you blast that now, I think it's coming into the other yellow. Certainly, if you try to pick it, like if you're on the high side at all, it's coming towards that yellow.
It's very, very close.
They're going to call their timeout.
Timeout for them. Of course, the Cameron coach can come on out and talk.
Yeah, I think you're just blasting here. I'm not sure with that broom though. Like you could put the broom right on the edge of the rock, right in front of the red one. You hit half a stone, you either pick it clean and it goes into that yellow, or even if it just touches the red, I still think it's going towards the yellow. She is throwing the out turn. She's got to be planning to set this a fair bit.
So Christina Black on it, comes across, kills the Cameron Rock. And now Kate Cameron has 2 stones left, and they're both going to have to be left counting. So tough sledding ahead. And plenty of sledding available in the Martensville area.
Yeah, I'm not sure I see the advantage to hitting this just yet, but you need a miss, and your most likely miss is if she tries to hit that stone that's there now and somehow or another clips the stone in the 8-foot.
So I think they're trying to hit this and roll all the way across the rings.
Yeah, you could just give her a wider target by doing that.
Like saying I need some kind of miss. First on the way from Cameron.
And if you don't get the rollover, you're going to give her a wide open stone way out in the open where there's nothing to crash into.
This actually comes across the face.
Just didn't need to play that yet. She could have frozen to that and still expected her to hit that stone at the back 8-foot. And if you get a miss, then you've got, it's going to be you might have to make some kind of double off your own, but at least you get to throw it.
So with her last to close out the game, Christina Black will throw her final red stone.
Cameron came in 1-0. Black came in 0-1. This would move them both to even, and there'd be a bit of a cluster in the middle of that pool. 4 teams would be tied at 1-1 in the middle of Pool A.
Those draw shots are going to become very, very important as we go through the rest of the pool. And the hit is made, and the win is on the board. It's a final score 6-3 in favor of Christina Black over Kate Cameron.
So now 4 teams in Pool A sit in the middle at 1-1. There are 6 teams in Pool B at 1-1. We're 2 games in, and instead of getting farther apart, we're actually getting quite grouped in the middle. And it's going to be interesting to see how the final 2 days of round robin play work out, and whether or not we end up going to that draw to the button score to see who are the 8 playoff teams for Saturday.
And tomorrow we'll pick up our coverage at noon Central Time. We'll have Yamaguchi versus Dirksen. Myself and Jim Nix will have the call. And then at 4:30, we'll have McDonald versus Maeda. So stay tuned, and we'll see you tomorrow. But for right now, for Sean Joyce and Matt Hone, I'm Dave Schmelt. Thanks for watching Curling Stadium. Have a pleasant evening.